Hey there, everybody. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. It's so sunny here, and I'm glad to see the sun. I know some of you are having snow and ice, so you are in my thoughts, dear friends. I have new flow pockets to go in the shop today, so I wanted to show these to you guys. Remember, flow pockets have 18 plus 9, that's 27 art trading cards for you to play with. They have 9 tags for you to play with. Each bit of fiber is tied to a tag. There are 4 art trading coin blanks for you to play with. So just all kinds of fun things to, to really fire your creativity. Do you remember the show Chopped? It was on the Food Network. We haven't had cable for a year, so I guess it's still there. But anyway, on Chopped, the chefs were brought out a basket of food, and they had to cook from that basket of food. So think of this as Chopped for creative people. And it's really fun. It's kind of like an exercise for your brain to just use what's in the flow pocket, along with an adhesive, and that might be a glue stick or Elmer's glue or whatever. Aileens, double stick tape, whatever you want, and just create from the pocket. I designed these to where the pockets go together. The colors go together, the sentiments go together. So I think they're perfect to take on travel. If you're on a train, a plane, if you're stuck at the in-laws' house or whatever. This is a perfect little portable art kit that you can take wherever you go. And the cool thing is, when you get finished with it, you can just put it all back into the pocket. So let's go through this baby. And I got 2 more babies over here to go through. I also like these, you guys, because the sentences and the words can be used as journaling cues. So you can turn your art trading cards into journaling cards if you want, and put them in your writing journal or your art journal or whatever. This is, I'm going to take you in a little bit, and then we're going to just kind of go through these. Okay, I'm trying to center things up here. Let's go in just a little bit more. There we go. All right, this pocket is called Every Road Should Have a Path. I gotta say, I kind of disagree with that because I've been off my path for a long time. I think that sometimes if you follow the path, then you're missing out on a lot of adventure. But I did like the word road, and I did like the word path. There's a lot of travel going on this time of year. This is a Santa pocket. It has some chipboard elements and stickers and magazine cutouts with it. It also has some 1903 vintage text. This says "Spend It With You," and there are holographic elements in here. This is a little pocket that's kind of an ode to home. It has a clock in it, and it also has some numbers. I like to think about the house numbers of places that I've lived. I think that's kind of a good brain exercise too. A chipboard piece that is an old typewriter, 1879 ledger paper. It says "The Power of Thinking." And of course you have a bead strand with each pocket. These beads are glass beads, Czechoslovakian beads. There are no plastic beads on here. They are super fancy, super cool beads. 20 on each bead strand, if I've counted correctly. This pocket says "Merry Christmas." It has a glitter reindeer right here. This pocket says "Feel It." Now, sometimes when I am doing these flow pockets, elements just kind of jump in there. It's like, where'd you come from? And they just want to play. And so this worked out great. I know it's not Christmas related, but maybe it is. What have you denied feeling? What are you hoping to feel this holiday season? I can't explain it. Just sometimes things just really want to come into these pockets. And I also think people who gravitate to these pockets gravitate to certain things, and that may be a touch point for you. Feel it. Here's a little pocket that has braiding, a Santa Claus magazine cutout, the word S, and it says in memory of. This pocket says explore, and it has some ribbons, some little pieces of lace in here, and of course I put a smattering of buttons in these as well. This pocket down here says travel, and there's a holographic image with a penguin on it that I just think is so cool. This one says laughter. This one says family. This one says stars adorn the sky, and you can see that you have a bit of star ATC to play with here. This pocket says, be your own kind of beautiful. I think this time of year, you know, we're around a lot of people. We may go to holiday parties and things like that, and we start comparing ourselves to other people. That is not wise, my friends. Be your own kind of beautiful. Be your own kind of you. Here is a snowman element. He has his scarf right here that has a golden safety pin right here. Here's a button for his nose, and we're going to call him Mr. Tibbetts just because it's fun. This pocket says play, and it features some penguins, and they're decorating a Christmas tree. You have some rhinestones to play with, stickers to play with. This pocket says circle of light, and night is pierced with stars. There's an angel up here and a nice smattering of star imagery. This was a lovely little thing that I cut out of a magazine. I thought the colors were very pretty. It was very subtle, and I put an old button right here for this one. Okay, so this is pocket. Every road should have a path. Let's take a look at another flow pocket. These make great gifts, my friends. You know, if you've got a crafty pal who is unable to maybe get out of the house, or who is experiencing illness and is homebound or something like that, it is a perfect little thing to give to someone like that. Also, kids would enjoy these. You could put a flow pocket on the table, give them a glue stick, and just let them create whatever they want. This pocket is called A Very Happy Christmas, and there's a little Victorian element right here. There's an art trading coin blank right here. This one says story time and kind of features snow and snowmen. This features to and from, you know, our gift tags that say to and from, and it has Santa and a button right here. This pocket features a little bit of Victorian, a little border strip right here, a button that is a clock face right here, and it says ready for surprises. This pocket says this is awesome, and there's a house right back there. This one says a lot like Christmas, and I love that. This is a little clipping from the All Wrapped Up book, just a little snippet from one of those pages, and the sentiment back here says, have a merry little Christmas. We are gathered together. This is a piece from, it's a magazine flower that I'm really fond of making, and of course we have an angel right here. This one says beauty and grace. Flip it over. And again, we have our little snowman down here. He says, this life is mine. And you know, just until it reaches 32 degrees, dude. And then you're transformed into something else. This is a little pocket that says glittering in the sun. Has some bird imagery here. I love this because it's a little travel trailer that is decorated for the holidays. It says winter wishes and snowflake kisses. This says Merry Christmas. There are some elves right here, the letter H, and some more things to play with right here. This little pocket says North Pole and features some good old St. Nick's right there. I like his ermine on his hat right there. This pocket says dream big. This one says in my heart I know. And it's got some stickers in here and some button elements, also some rhinestone elements right here. This says there's no place like home for the holidays. Honestly, there's just no place like home no matter what. After spending a whole day in a place that I did not want to be at all, I really, really appreciate home. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I got stuck at LaGuardia on Tuesday and nearly had a meltdown until my sister-in-law figured out that they could get me from, my flights kept getting canceled. Flights with an S. But they finally figured out that they could get me to Charlotte. And of course my brother, my sister-in-law, my mama and daddy live in Charlotte. So I just flew to Charlotte on Tuesday, and then I flew out of Charlotte to Richmond on Wednesday. I can't tell you what it was like after being stuck in that airport for 12 hours and then getting on a plane and seeing my brother and my sister-in-law. Oh, it was a sublime moment, my friends. So really, there is no place like home, no matter what time it is. This little pocket says, you just hold on. And there's a vintage truck back here, and he has a Christmas tree in his truck bed. I love these images of vintage trucks and love the images of travel trailers, you know, in the snow. I just think, I'd like to do that. I'd like to have a home on wheels. This pocket says, went off bravely, and that's what Frosty did. He kind of went off bravely. He'll be back again someday, don't worry. There's a butterfly image right here, the letter B. The word says charming, and there is a dragonfly button right here on this little flow pocket. This one says, this life of mine. Hold on a second. There we go. This life of mine. This pocket says a fond look back, and I love the green that we have going on here. And of course you get a nice big fat bead strand. This one says, wears a crown and loving hearts. There's an acetate crown right here for you guys to play with. This pocket says, and I want... Make your list. You know, I know that, you know, we don't do the Santa thing anymore, but what do you want? Just make a list and send it out there to the universe and see what happens. A lot of magic happens with just asking. Ask and it is given. Few words passed between them. Again, we have an image of a home and some numbers here. This pocket says, it's a subject well worth considering. When I was at my son's house this past weekend, he had this little plaque in his kitchen from Stranger Things, and it says, mornings are for coffee and contemplation. Coffee is also for considering things, and I like to have a nice cup of coffee in the morning and a very quiet time so I can figure out my day and my life and stuff like that. This says world travel, features some Santa Claus. This says let it snow. This one says just go. And sometimes that's what you gotta do, don't you? You gotta just go. This little pocket features holographic images and buttons. This one is a kitty cat. Can you see it? A kitty cat, and he's lying in a hammock, and the hammock is strung between two palm trees. The color palette of that little piece was red and green, and I just thought it was so cute that I wanted to include it. And his words say, all orders promptly attended to. But of course, he's a cat. This pocket says Mary and features a little penguin and some rhinestone pieces. This one says make memories, and it is just kind of chock full with all kinds of things. This pocket has an angel on it, and it says courage and strong, and we have some buttons right here. The 1879 text. This one says she thought she meant it, and I don't really know why that jumped in here, but it did. It might mean something to you. There is a watch here and buttons and a little cog, because I just thought that wooden cog just kind of fit. into this flow pocket. So there we go, guys. 3 new Christmas-themed flow pockets to go in the shop today. I won't have these listed until tonight or possibly tomorrow morning. I am working on some junk journals and hope to have those finished and up by sometime next week, because we haven't done junk journals in a long time and I just love them. I have so much fun making them. I have fun making anything, my friends. Thank you so much for supporting my shop. Patrons, thank you so much for supporting me at Patreon. I will talk to you guys soon. See you later. Bye.